Hello and welcome back to Bits and Bobs. Today's video is all about the 1895 penny from the reign of Queen Victoria, the coin we can see on screen now. I will first go through the design of the coin and then move on to the facts and figures. So to the reverse we have the iconic portrait of Lady Britannia holding her trident up to the sky and her shield bearing the Union flag by her side. And the design was done by Leonard Charles Wyon, and we can see there Britannia wearing a helmet and draped clothing. Behind her we see the sea, as of course Britannia rules the waves, and to the very bottom there is the date, 1895, of course the year the coin was struck. To the sides in capitals is the wording 1 penny, of course giving us the value or denomination of 1 penny, and around the rim we can see small teeth, milling or beads, making the coin harder to forge with all the small detail, and making a measure against clipping, as it was much harder or was much easier to notice if the coin had been shaved off or clipped on the edges. Now then, moving on to the obverse of the coin, we can see here a portrait of Queen Victoria. This is her final bust, done by Thomas Brock, whose initials there can be seen below her bust, TB. This is known as the veiled head, old head, or widowed head bust of Victoria. She faces left, has a crown under her veil, and various items of jewellery. We can see around her a long, abbreviated Latin legend. This reads Victoria, de gra, Brit, Regina, Fid Def, Ind Imp, or in English means Victoria, by the grace of God, Queen of Britain, Defender of the Faith, Empress of India, listing her titles as monarch, and referencing how that they believed back then it was God himself who chose her to be monarch. Now then, moving on to the facts and figures of this coin. This penny was minted or made at the Tower Hill Mint in London, where the Royal Mint was based between 1810 and 1975. The coin is composed of a bronze alloy of 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin, so 3 metals used within the bronze alloy. The weight of the bronze penny was set in 1860 upon its introduction and set to 9.6 grams, the same year which the diameter was set to 30.8 millimeters, so a fairly large coin for its value. The mintage of this year of penny was 5,395,830, so well over 5 million produced, so not a very rare coin, a pretty common date of the penny. The penny coin being worth, of course, 1 pence, which was 1/12 of a shilling, and then 1/240th of a pound, as back then there were 240 pennies to the pound. And back in 1895, when the coin was made, 1 penny was equal to 68 pence today, so much more valuable to have a penny back then than a 50 pence coin today. And the coin was demonetised in 1971, the day of decimalisation, and the new pence introduction. Of course, there were then 100 pence to the pound. Now then, moving on to the value, this coin will sell for around 25 pence in poor condition, around £1 in fine condition, £25 in extremely fine condition, and £100 in uncirculated. The coin is of course much rarer and harder to find in high grades, and so therefore commands a premium in the higher grades like this one here, as most of them will have been worn down, very smooth over all the years, and those ones do not command a very high price, so it can be quite a cool way to get for very cheap some old Victorian coinage. So there we go. Please subscribe to the channel if you've enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon for some more coins in the future on Bits and Bobs.